1 upon 120 plus 1 upon 48. How do we add these fractions? So there are different methods that you can use to add the fractions. Whenever in the numerator there is 1, there is one simple method that you can use. That's called butterfly method. In butterfly method, we cross multiply the numerators and denominator and add them. So this will be 120 plus 48. 120 times 1 is 120 and 48 times 1 is 48. Then upon, and then we multiply the denominators. So 120 times 48. Now you can add, so it is 168, and then we multiply 48 times 12 equals to 576, and then 10. And now you can reduce the fraction. How do we reduce the fraction? We divide both numerator and denominator by the same number. So let's first divide numerator and denominator by 2, because at the end of both the numbers we have an even number, and we know that even numbers are divisible by 2. So 2 times 8 is 16 and 2 times 4 is 8. Here 2 times 2 is 4, 1 is carryover, then this is 17. 2 times 8 is 16, again 1 is carryover, so this is 16 now. 2 times 8 is 16, we write 0 of 0. Again 0 at the end of here and 4 at the end of 84, so again divisible by 2. Let's divide by 2. 2 times 4 is 8 and 2 times 2 is 4. In this way you don't need to do the division. You can just reduce the fraction here only. Now 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 4 is 8, and 0 of 0. Again divisible by 2. So 21 times 42, and 2 times 7 is 14, 2 times 2 is 4, write 0. Now 21 and 72, both are divisible by 3, because when you add 7 and 2, it is 9 and 9 is divisible by 3. For example, 36, when you add the digits 3 plus 6, it is 9. 9 is divisible by 3, that means 36 is also divisible by 3. So that is the divisibility rule of 3. Now 3 times 7 is 21, and 3 times 2 is 6, 1 is carryover, this is 12, 3 times 4 is 12, 0. So this is equal to now 7 upon 240. This cannot be further reduced because 7 is a prime number and 240 is an even number. So this is one method. You can see how much division you have to do if you follow this butterfly method. There is one simpler method in which major calculation happens in the beginning. So we have 1 upon 120 plus 1 upon 48. What we will do, we will find the LCD of 120 and 48. LCD means least common denominator. That means the smallest number which is divisible by both 120 and 48. Now there are two methods to find LCD. First method is listing method, in which we list the multiples of 120 and 48. First the multiples of 120. 120 times 2 is 240. Then 120 times 3 is 360. Then 480, and so on. We can keep on writing. Then let's write the multiples of 48. Here we can write 120 also, because 120 times 1 is 120. Multiples of 48, 48, 96, 144, 192. I am just multiplying it by 1, 2, 3 and 4 and getting the multiples. 48 times 5, how much is it? It is 240. Now we can see that 240 is common in both the factors of 120 and 48. So 240 is the smallest number which is common in both of them. So least common denominator, LCD, will be 240. So this is one method. Second method is we divide both the numbers by the same number. And this method only works when both the numbers are divisible by the same number. For example, 120 and 48 both are divisible by 2. So we can do this method. However, if you get some numbers such as 7 and 13, now both of these numbers do not have any common divisor. They are prime numbers. So how we'll get the LCD? We will simply multiply this. 7 times 13 and 91 will be the LCD. So this method works whenever there is common divisor. So 120 and 48 both are divisible by 2. Both are divisible by 3 also, but let's start with the smallest number. So we divide both number by 2. Now 2 times 60 is 120. 2 times 24 is 48. Again 60 and 24 both are divisible by 20. Also remember that it won't work if one number is divisible by 2 and another is not. So 2 times 30 is 60 and 2 times 12 is 24. Again it's divisible by 2. 2 times 15 is 30. 2 times 6 is 12. Now I was saying that it won't work if both the numbers are not divisible by the same number. You can see here 6 is divisible by 2 but 15 is not divisible by 2. So we cannot use 2 again. Now 15 and 6 both are divisible by 3. We can use 3. So 3 times 5 is 15 and 3 times 2 is 6. Okay. Now 5 and 2 are prime numbers, so we can stop here. Now let's write down all the factors. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5 times 2. Product is 240. So 240 is the LCD. This is the method. You will find this method much faster than other methods. Now 240 is the LCD. How do we use it? We write LCD here 240 and divide it by each of the denominators. 240 divided by 120 equals to 2. So we write 2 here equals to 2. Then we multiply it with the numerator. So 2 times 1 is 2. Then plus. Again 240 divided by 48. It is equal to 5. 48 times 5 is 240. So we multiply 5 with the numerator. So 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 upon 240. So you can see that this method is the fastest method. Let's try with a different example. 8 upon 24 plus 6 upon 48. Now LCD of 24 and 48. Now 24 and 48. In this you can see the listing method can give you the LCD much faster because multiples of 48, you can write 48, 96 etc. and multiples of 24 will be 24, 48 and so on. So 48 is the least common denominator. So we can write 48 here. So you have to see which method will give you faster result. Whenever you see these kinds of number where you can calculate the multiples easily, choose this method. Else if there is a bigger number, you can simply use the factorization method. Start dividing both the numbers. Now 48 divided by 24 is 2 and 2 times 8 is 16. Then plus 48 divided by 48 is 1 and 1 times 6 is 6. So 16 plus 6, 22 upon 48. Now let's reduce the fraction. 2 times 11 is 22 and 2 times 24 is 48. So this is equal to 11 upon 24. What if you have bigger number, for example 7 upon 150 plus 5 upon 250. In this case you can again either start listing the multiples or start dividing both of them. Now both are divisible by 5. We can start with 5. 5 times 3 is 15. We write 0. 5 times 5 is 25. We write 0 of 0. Again divisible by 5. 5 times 6 is 30 and 5 times 10 is 50. Now both of them are divisible by 2 and not 5. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. So the least common denominator will be 5 times 5 times 2 times 3 times 5. So this is equal to 750. So you can see here the division method is much faster because it will take time to list the multiples of 150 and reach till 750. So better we do this method. Now we have least common denominator 750. Again using this we can find how much will be 750 divided by 150. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125 and 125 times 2 is 150. So remaining factor is 150 times 3. So 750 divided by 150 will be 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Write 21 here. 750 divided by 250 is 3 and 3 times 5 is 15. Now let's add 36 upon 750. Now you can reduce the fraction. I hope adding fractions are now much easier for you. Thanks for watching.